Hey HCDA and welcome back to Distant Worlds 2. We set up a basics, we set up the basics in our previous episode where we set up a mining station to get some stuff from our rocky metallic moon. We also set up a mining station over here for our gas gen, so we have some fuel for our ships. But that's only really the start of our economy, so we will definitely need to ramp that up a lot more. But for now, we apparently encountered a junkyard. We have discovered a junkyard in our home system. The yard has a large base protecting it. This one, okay. A collection of ships lies scattered around the base in various states of disrepair, in addition to other junk and debris float nearby, some of which looks valuable. Yeah, we can see that we have freighters and capacitors and all kinds of super interesting stuff flying around whole sections. So you can all get these and they can give you a boost to research, I believe. The base looks to be inhabited and active, preventing us from repairing and salvaging the ships or debris. And 772 strength is quite a lot, so we won't be able to handle that just yet. We actually don't have any ships just yet to do anything with, but yeah. Once we get some military going and we can take care of this base, we might actually be able to get some interesting stuff from over here. So yeah, dismiss for now, but it's good to know. Oh yeah, and apparently this base is now going to be shooting at our exploration vessel, which will probably figure out that it's not a good idea to be here and get the hell out of there. Oh man, the music. That's a lot of music. Are you going away? Yeah, you are. Retreating back to our home system. And that's probably a smart thing as well. Okay. So what else are we going to do for the moment? Well, we are going to check out if we have any construction ships available. Let's see. We actually do have construction ships available and we might want to put them to use. So let's pick an asteroid to start building some stuff on. I think this is a pretty good one that has a decent amount of steel, Mapnar. So let's go build an additional base over there. Let's see, what else? What else? Do we have any access to research locations? We do, but we are already building a research station over there. Ancient data core found. We have encountered a computer data core floating in space. Okay. It looks to be mostly intact. We should investigate further. Take me to the location. So it's over here. It's just floating there. I think one of the ships is probably going to pick it up. Yep, pick up computer core. Not entirely sure what that's actually going to do for us. It just picked it up. Yes, now what? Yeah, I don't think we got anything useful from the data core, but that's just salvage. It can sometimes give you a bump to research. For now, it didn't actually do anything. We really want our stable warp fields to be completed, but for now, that's not actually happening, so we'll need to be patient for that. We are apparently going to explore every single asteroid in this field, which by itself is not necessarily a bad thing. It goes pretty fast, and these little asteroids, as you can see, do have tiny amounts of things like steel, etc. on them. But every now and then you will find an asteroid which has a higher yield and therefore might be useful to place a mining colony on. Speaking of which, we are now also building a mining station somewhere around here, I believe. Yes, I think we queued that up right. Let's check. Oh, yeah, there we go. So we are now in the process of making that. We built another construction ship. So how many of those do we have now? We have 3 of them, so that's really good. They are all actually doing something, which is important as well. So we're not having any construction time go to waste. I think 3 construction ships is probably enough for now. We don't actually have a use for all those resources just yet, because of course we need to be building stuff in order to do anything with them, other than the fact that of course we do have a use for luxury resources, because, well, it helps your planet grow. Yeah, I'm actually expecting pirates to pop up at any point in time now. More resources, interesting, show me. So this planet actually has 2 resources on it. So it has the Natran incense, which helps colony development and colony happiness. So that's a luxury resource. But we also have Osalia stone, and that is used in weapons. Oh, that's interesting. So that's probably a location that we also want to have access to sometime in the near future. So we can already queue that up. We don't actually have a mining ship for that, but a mining ship will go there as soon as we have access to it. Or as soon as we have one available, I should say. So far so good, no pirates yet. They are going to pop up at any moment in time now, because typically once you have your first few bases up, you are going to get some pirates. We also know now that there are some unknown items detected, even though we can't know what they are. We do know that they are there. So if you now go to the planet and you check it out, you see that there's more to discover on this planet. Unknown items present. So you know for sure that if you get some more advanced scanners in place so you can survey the planet at a higher level, you will be able to find something there. Same thing over here on our own planet actually. There will be more to discover over here as well. Okay, so we now have a mining station being built over here. I'm actually wondering if this will actually be able to mine all of these asteroids that are relatively close, so that's going to be interesting to check out. I do really like this whole civilian economy. Look at those ships flying back and forth, ferrying. We check them out. They have all kinds of resources on them. They're transporting them to our home planet, so we have a nice stockpile of those resources there. We're actually making a decent amount of money as well, so that's good. We are probably going to need that at some point, and what we could use it for is actually build some ships. Let's see. Let's build maybe some escorts, because we are going to have to defend ourselves sooner or later. And even speaking of which, pirates. We have encountered a new pirate faction in the Gurki system, the Liberated of the Stars. This pirate faction is predominantly composed of Hakonish. They are naturally hostile towards us. Well, that's not good. They're unlikely to be useful allies. Initial communications with Hakonish have been fairly neutral. They are wary of us. Okay. It appears we have company. Unfortunately, this is not the kind of company we want. Hostile space pirates. Where did these pirates come from? Are they a scouting party for a larger empire, or are they a lone group? These pirates look well armed and are more technologically advanced than we are. Well, that's not good. Thus, given our current situation, it would be wise to appease them in any way possible, even paying them off if necessary. Okay. That's not necessarily a good thing. How strong are they? They have quite a lot of strength, apparently. And yeah, they are actually offering... Let's pause for a moment there. We constructed a research station. That's really nice, but let's check out. They want to have us pay 125 credits so we can ensure that none of your ships will suffer any unfortunate accidents, at least not until our next fee is due. And they are offering us a protection agreement. Where are these pirates? Oh, of course. They are circling around our mining station. So they have some escorts. Quite a bit better armed than ours, honestly. Okay. So I don't think we really have a choice other than to accept the treaty for now. We will be able to defend ourselves, but not right now. And there are more pirates over here. Of course, why not? Pirates everywhere. They actually encounter us with some friendliness. And one pirate faction is attacking the other pirate faction. Which one is which, though? These are the Clan of Superiority. are currently being attacked by the other ones. I'm actually going to ignore them for the moment, because we are already requesting the other pirates to protect us. Ooh, they are a lot stronger though. Really? More pirates? Okay. Let's see if we can get away with just paying off one set of pirates. Because I don't want to also have to pay for these. We could alternatively say maybe we should also pay for these. How is this fight going in there? They're doing pretty well. They're doing pretty well, I would say. Yeah, but basically we have found all the pirates in the entire universe. At least that's how it seems. Pirates are attempting to raid Gurky 5 mining station. The Clan of Superiority are intent on looting and pillaging. In the past there were rumors of secret visits from star travelers, but recently these visits from the stars have begun to appear openly. Some, like the Clan of Superiority, are hostile, taking whatever they want by force. Others come in peace and trade. Ancient legends speak of a time when our own ancestors once traveled among the stars, but with a great forgetting, all this knowledge was lost. Many of our people say that now is the time for us to return to the stars. With the technology that we have acquired from some of our stellar visitors, it should be possible to once again become a spacefaring civilization. Well, I think we are already a spacefaring civilization, but yeah. Let's see. Maybe we should pay off a second faction just to make sure that it's actually the ones that are under heavy attack that are trying to pillage us. That's interesting. Which ones are these? These are the, yeah. So let's actually pay these off. Acceptance really. We do not want protection from you. We still don't want protection from you. And we already accepted your offer. And we are under attack, but that's fine for now. They can take some of our fuel. Just take the fuel. We don't want to pay you, but you can take the fuel. There's like this whole huge fight among the pirates in our system, all fighting amongst themselves. Interesting, honestly, but at least now we have two pirate factions defending us, and apparently they are not very good raiders because they failed to take anything from our completely undefended mining station. Interesting. But we are now constructing our own military ships, so that is good. Let's check that out. It's a pretty sleek looking ship, I would say. What are you going to do? You are actually going to attack a ship with a strength of 500. Is that smart? I don't know. But you have a strength of 18, so... But the AI should probably know what it's doing, and it's probably going to retreat as soon as it finds out that it's probably a bad idea to attack a much larger, superior ship. Okay, building a mining station at a location where we actually get 4 new resources sounds like a good idea to me. This is something that will actually help us with our colony development. So it's plants, apparently. Potentia root is a medicinal herb that helps cure many diseases. Okay, sounds good. And we also have Phyrexian firestones that will give us colony development and colony income. We have some scenery, that's not that interesting. And we have a rare inert gas used in the weapons, shielding and reactor components. Yeah, that sounds actually pretty good as well. It's on this frozen ice planet that actually has nothing else going for it at the moment. Yes, you might not be... You probably shouldn't be attacking the... Oh, you actually chased them off? Well, good for you. Go you. Are you guys fighting amongst each other still? You are. They're actually destroying this frigate. And doing a pretty good job at it. Really? More pirates? Is that the 5th pirate faction? No, it's the 4th, but still. Apparently our protectors are the weakest amongst the bunch. That's not necessarily something I like to see, but okay. We have encountered a new pirate faction in the Gurkha system. These are predominantly composed of humans. Okay, the same as our empire. That's good, right? They could prove useful allies if handled properly. Initial communications with humans have been catastrophically bad. Okay, a misunderstanding of their customs caused great offense. And that's supposed to be useful allies to us? Okay. They are displeased with us. And they have contempt for your civil... okay. Interesting. Dismiss. So, let's pause for a moment. You can actually set the strategy how you want to handle these pirates. So, for example, these pirates right now, we're handling them in a neutral stance. That also means that we're relatively willing to undertake espionage missions towards them. So that's again something that the AI can take care of. If you want, you can also say, well, let's try to become close allies with them. Or you can conquer them or things like that. Generally speaking, unless you are already you already know what you want to do with these factions, you can set that to whatever you want. Generally speaking, becoming friends with pirates might not be necessarily the most efficient way to go in terms of diplomacy. Pirates are easily taken out as soon as you get some military of your own. And for now, the pirates seem to be doing a pretty good job at protecting us against the other pirates, so not all that bad. This is the... Hey, these are our friends. Try not to kill our friends, will you? Okay, well, as long as the pirates are fighting amongst each other, I am pretty happy about that. What is our fleet doing? I should say our fleet. Currently, they're not doing that much. But these are our ships. These two ships are already made, so these are our first two military ships. And we want to be expanding. As you can see, they have a pitiful strength. That's because we don't have really any weapons or defense things up and running. What are you doing? Pick up hull plating. Ah, okay, so there's some debris over here. Interesting, interesting. That sounds like something my ships should probably be doing, but I'm not entirely sure they can actually salvage at this point in time. But these ships apparently have no trouble doing that, so they are collecting and just scooping that right up. Feel free to stay in this system. You can stay and protect me. No? Okay. Well, hopefully they will come back if the other pirates that we are not paying off decide to come back at any point in time. Right now it does seem that we picked not necessarily the two best ones to protect ourselves, since the clan of superiority is apparently a lot stronger, but that is just what we know about them. Really? More pirates? Even more pirates? Okay, interesting. Are they also showing up at our little base over here? Yup. It's not the strongest ship in the world, but yeah. I'm once again just going to assume that we're going to leave them alone and hope the pirates that we are paying off will actually do their job and protect us. In the meanwhile, we'll let the pirates deal with themselves. We need to focus a little bit on our economy. We are still discovering more and more resources. Krypton is an inert green gas. It's typically used in weapons, shielding, and reactor components. Also a very good. Dismiss. We are not going to pay you off. We are already paying enough pirates as it is. Yeah, and we are every now and then going to get attacked, but that is fine as long as we are still producing some more ships. How many ships do we now have? We only have 3 of them. We are producing at least we are producing a third one. We probably want to build some more of these ships. So let's see, maybe 3 more. And then we'll have a nice fleet of 6 ships. We also want to check out what we can build in terms of mining locations. We are building, yeah, so this is another resource that you can see we have a shortage of. So we are actually using silicon, but we are not producing any of it. So that makes sense that we should actually build a mining station over there as well. Do we have any other any construction ships available? We do actually have one more available that we could send somewhere. For example, to this planet. Basically anything that is used on weapons is probably a good idea to build a mining station at. Alternatively, this is also a pretty good place, a lot of mapnar and a lot of steel. So that's probably a location that we also want to consider, but it's a resource that we already are mining elsewhere and that we apparently currently do not have a shortage of. So we don't want to overexpand too much because of course all of that does require an upkeep. Hexadorium is very strong and damage resistant. It has uses in various high-end components. Yeah, good to know. Let's make sure we check that out as soon as we have a use for it. So far so good. Oh, interesting actually, our spy is doing some stuff. Let's check out our spy, because I don't think we have actually looked at that so far. So the spies are in a separate tab. You can see what it's currently doing, what it's doing and what it's not doing. It is currently on a mission to steal research information on basic transport systems. And it's really interesting because those spies will actually make sure we get some free research. It won't necessarily complete the research by itself. But for example, over here you can see we now already have almost completed basic countermeasures, which is probably something that we should probably then queue up to complete, because why not? We have already almost completed it by now. What was the other research that it was mentioning? Something about basic civilian stuff? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Stable warp fields. I don't see it, but basically as soon as the spies actually steal research from a pirate, and yes, they can steal research from pirates, considering the pirates are more advanced than we are at the moment, it will actually give you a small boost to your research. Basic transport systems. Was that successful or not? Seems to be. And he is sober. That seems like a very good trait to have for a spy. We don't want our spies to be drunk, do we? As you can see, our little economy over here is starting to get really active. We're actively mining stuff. But right now we're basically just waiting for our research to be completed. Do you want me to build? Some more escorts? Yeah, actually not a bad idea. The escorts themselves are not that strong at this point in time, but we are going to be researching some weapons and things like that as soon as we finalize our warp fields. And by doing so, we can pretty much upgrade our existing fleet quite quickly, and then we should have a nice little fleet to defend ourselves against the pirates. Although so far we're not necessarily doing a bad job at that with the help of our other pirate friends. Let's check that out once again. They have left the system, but it seems that all the pirates have been going elsewhere and they decided to leave us alone for now, so that's good. And we are now slowly starting to build up our fleet. We have the first defense force consisting out of 3 ships. Now this is completely AI formed, so apparently the AI decided, hey, let's make a little defense fleet and basically defend any target within 50% fuel range of Gurkha 4. So this is our home defense fleet at the moment, basically. So any hostile targets that will come anywhere close to our system will be attacked on sight, kind of chased off, and thereby the defense fleet is doing exactly that. It's defending us, and fleet ships will probably be added to that as we get more of them. Some of the ships are just currently sitting around because we don't really have any purpose for the ships other than just building up our little fleet. I'm actually wondering, didn't we have a admiral as well? We do not. We only have a general, and that's for ground troops. So If you click on it, you can oh, we can actually put the general on our fleet. Not entirely sure if that has a use, but why not? Might as well do it. And we are now constructing more and more escorts, so that's really nice. How is our mining going? Once again, just gonna check out. We actually do have a construction ship not doing anything. Is there really something that we urgently want to build? Not necessarily urgently. I do like the idea of actually building a mining station around this specific asteroid, because there just has a huge amount of steel and mepnar, and both of them will be used for a lot of purposes, especially steel. You need that for pretty much every ship you build and every base you build, so we might as well get ourselves a lot of access to that. Alright, yeah, in this episode so far we've encountered what it feels to be like every single pirate faction in the entire universe. I have to say, I'm not used to encountering this many pirates this early in the game. But yeah, it's what we've got, so we'll deal with it. So far, they don't seem to be too hostile towards us, so far so good. In the next episode, I am hoping that we will be able to finalize our stable warp fields and maybe start looking outside of our current system. I think we've done a pretty good job at exploring the system that we're currently in, and we will definitely have to take a closer look at some of the other researches. This research takes relatively long because it's a higher level research compared to some of the other options that we have, so the next few researches will be a little bit faster, and then we can start upgrading our ship, maybe start upgrading our colony, and hopefully we will also be able to find a place where we can actually colonize, because I don't think any of the planets in our current system. Suitability 0, suitability 0, 0, 0, 0. Maybe the... didn't we have something like a deep ocean planet? Yep. Has a nice quality, but it's not suitable for human colonization. So yeah, that's not gonna be a very good planet to build on. Same for the desert planet. Yeah, so basically we are hoping to find maybe a continental planet or something like that somewhere. Our spy... successfully carrying out a mission to steal research information on basic transport systems. Now, before we end, I do want to check out basic transport systems. Basic transport systems, where are you? Troop transports. Basic countermeasures? Is this the same thing? No, this is not the same thing. Basic... Ah, there we go. Basic transport systems. So... 61% complete by now, thanks to our spy doing his job. So we are stealing research from the pirates now, so that's really cool, honestly. And what is this going to allow us? This is going to allow us to bring more troops and more passengers into our vessels. So the troops are actually interesting because we will need troops in order to invade planets, not something we really are planning to do anytime soon, of course, considering we don't have any planets that we know of that actually are populated other than our own. But yeah, free research is free research, so why not? Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this one, and next time let's fly out of our system, and I hope to catch you in the next one.